Hi friends, hope you guys are doing well. In today's video, first of all I want to clear my targeted audience. So the people who really want to learn the Python language and they really don't know anything, they are beginner and all, those people can take a look in this video and understand few basic things before going to start the Python language. So my agenda for this video in this video actually are three points. One is what is Anaconda Navigator, what is Jupyter Notebook, and as a developer, as a Python developer, how we are going to use the Jupyter Notebook. So by end of this video, I hope everyone will understand about all these 3 points which I mentioned just now. So let's start here. So this is a website of anaconda.com. So basically they provide few editions of this Anaconda Navigator, which is the individual edition, team edition, enterprise edition, and the professional services. So here we are going to think only about the individual edition. You can see here more than 20 million users worldwide using this because this is open source and really very helpful for the Python and R data, R languages. So our target here only with the Python language. So if you're going to download it, you can download it based on your laptop or desktop, whatever that is, based on their Windows, Mac OS or Linux basis. But here my suggestion is please go with the Python 3.7, not with the Python 2.7, because this is older one and now these days we are using Python 3.7. So might be in coming future when I talk about the Python versions, I'll talk about Python 2 and Python 3, because these other things are that is 2.1, 2.2 or 3.1 and 3.2, these are the sub versions. So basically we are going to talk about the Python 2 and Python 3. So basically in Python 3 they added many new things which in coming videos I will explain when I start the Python. So let's focus on the Anaconda Navigator. So basically Anaconda Navigator is a graphical user interface. So if you are going to download it and after the installation you can see this kind of icon in your system if you are using Mac system. So blindly I am going to uh, open this Anaconda Navigator and I will explain about this. So it may take some time based on your system configurations. So see here this navigator is open. So basically as I mentioned just now that Anaconda Navigator is the graphical user interface which really help to manage Conda packages, environments and all other stuffs. So here you can see in the left panel we have home tab, we have environments, learning, community, and also it provides so many things which really helpful for other stuffs actually. But here our main focus is about the Jupyter Notebook. So I'll quickly come to the Jupyter Notebook. So this Anaconda Navigator is a graphical user interface which help us to not use the command line prompt. You can say you can use command line prompt also to open this Jupyter Notebook and all. But here we are going to use this Anaconda Navigator. So let me launch this Jupyter Notebook and I will explain like what is Jupyter Notebook actually. So this is gonna open. So this is open and you can see this is my local host. It's showing in the web browser which is the Chrome, and here you can see all the folders which is based on inside your user. So I'll quickly go to the desktop and I have already created one folder that is Jupyter Notebook in my inside the desktop actually. Okay, so let me go inside that. So this folder is empty. So let me explain once what is Jupyter Notebook. So basically Jupyter Notebook is also open source web application which help us to create some documents, and the really great thing which is I like, you can share this document with others. Also it contains live code, you can say, and some which is really awesome, which I feel, which I'm gonna explain in coming future videos also. That is the visual representation of the outputs, when especially you are going to work with the machine learning and AI related stuffs. So this is really very important tool when we are going to learn the machine learning actually, uh, in that. And also, as I mentioned, that visualization is really very good when you are going to check the graphs and all, which that is going to come when we are going to learn the Python and we are going to use that Python with this machine learning and AI stuff. So but that is a very long story, we are not going to go there. So what I'll do, I'll quickly create one file. So here you can see one option that is new. So here Python 3 is one option, and text file, folder, terminal, so many things are there. So but here we are going to choose this Python 3 option. So here you can see what happened is, just open one new tab in the web, that is basically a new file. So you can see here, this is untitled.ipynb file. So I'll explain what is this. So basically this ipynb is the Python notebook, or you can say the Jupyter notebook. This is our overall notebook where we are going to use our practice about the Python and all stuffs. So now I am going to explain. So basically I think I have covered the my first thing, that what is Anaconda Navigator and what is Jupyter notebook. So now the third is how we are going to use the Jupyter notebook as a developer. So as a developer, what we just want like how we are going to write some code and we can execute those lines and get the output. So here we have few options. So you can see here this in some blank brackets and all. So this is basically a code cell. Why this is code cell? Because this option we have selected here, the code cell. So I'm just gonna write one print statement here, which is very basic in all the languages actually. So I'm gonna print hello, and I just wrote this line, print hello, and gonna run this. So here you can see we got the output hello. This is very basic. Don't think that if you're not aware about any programming language, so don't feel any bad feelings, guys. This is a very simple one line statement I'm gonna explain in my upcoming videos. This is just the thing that you wrote some one line of code in Python and we got the output. So here you can see this in. So this is the input. So that is the code cell actually. And in one single code cell you have some output cell also, where we are going to get the output. Okay. I will explain few more about this. So here you can see the option markdown and all. So I'm going to explain this. So let's say I have selected this next cell and I am going to change this from the code cell to markdown cell. So here you can see that in option is not available. So this is not the input and this is not gonna be execute actually. So what we can do, we can write anything. So write anything, and if I'm going to run this, then nothing happened. See, anything. So this is kind of a comment, or if you want to write anything you can write it. And if I'm going to select this and again I'm going to select this markdown and I'm going to write something in has comments, you can say, see, this is a comment. If we want to write anything, let's learn, we can write this. So these all are formats and some symbols which I will explain later during our practices, that we can write some comment and all those things to maintain our code readability, to understand some other developer uh, by using this markdown one. Also you can see we have lot many options, so we'll try to go one by one. Also, like as I mentioned, that when you click here and you are going to press run, this line is gonna execute actually. So you can use this by the command shift enter also. Okay, so you can run your code by shift enter also. This is just a tip. First we'll check the file option. So we'll check here what are the things which we are going to use frequently actually. So you can rename this file which is untitled right now. We can download this file as I mentioned .ipynb as the notebook, or .py file. Py file is for the Python language actually, so you can download in Python also, and several format also you have, that is HTML and all, but mostly people download this in the ipynb file or the .py file. So you can do that. Also, if you want to rename, you can click here and you can rename his demo. So this is my demo dot ipynb. Here you can see this is demo dot ipynb. So this is about the file. And second, which is really important, that is kernel. Yes, this is very important thing actually. So here you can see in the Jupyter notebook we have option kernel, and we all know that what kernel does, but here I am going to explain like what is the kernel mean for the Jupyter notebook. So this is just like a computational engine, you can say, for this Jupyter notebook, and it uses actually RAM, and based on your CPU utilization is going to use a CPU utilization also. And until this Jupyter notebook is open, your RAM is not going to be released. Your RAM memory is not going to be released until you are not going to quit this Jupyter notebook actually. So here is one tip, like if you're using very old system or laptop which configuration is somewhat slow, so might you may feel some slowness while using this. So for that also they have mentioned, they have given something. If I am going to click in this kernel option, you can see this interrupt, restart. If you really feel that something you wrote and that not gonna be executed, you can restart your Jupyter notebook. Okay, you can shut down, reconnect, and all those things you can actually do here. Okay, so this is really very important part. But if you are using very good system, not very good in the sense with the good RAM, kind of 8 GB and all, definitely it's not gonna give you a problem, I would say. Okay, so here we have just checked the file option again. So here we have the option open, so you can select any ipynb file or HTML file and .py file, and you can open as in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, and I explained about this uh, cells, code cell, markdown cell, kernel. Now we are going to come here with the help. In help you can see we have some keyboard shortcuts options, so you can get here and look into the all the keyboard section, shortcut section, and you can learn about the shortcut things if you really want to save some time in coming future while using this. So I think this is much good thing which we should know about the developer, as a developer, to learn this Python language through this Jupyter notebook. So here also you can see all the option: cut, copy, paste, all those things. Go to the next cell, change the cell, change their sequence, refresh, restart, all those things are available. You can do that, you can use it. So I guess in this video I'm able to understand, able to explain that what is Anaconda Navigator, what is Jupyter notebook, and as a developer what we should know very little basic things about Jupyter notebook to quick start. So guys, I hope you are going to like this video if you are very beginner and very enthused to learn the Python language. And believe me, we have so many things. We have PyCharm, we have Sublime Text, we have many other things where we can use the Python language. But Anaconda Navigator, and inside that Jupyter notebook is really very amazing. And in coming videos I'm going to explain more about this, and you're going to love this tool. And my recommendation is, please use this one. And you can use other also, that's not a problem, but this is my favorite, that's why I might be insisting to use it. You can use other platform also, even you can create .py file and you can run through terminal also. And might be in coming future I'm going to create a video for that also, so that you can compare those things. So guys, please share your feedback about this video, and if you want to learn something about the Python, please write some comment in the boxes and like and share this video. Thanks guys. In coming video I'm going to start the Python from very basic. So if you are really want to learn the Python language from beginner to some, you can say, expert level, so please be with me, and I'm going to explain all the small things. And one thing which is I'm gonna show you, you can also save this with the command s, and otherwise it's gonna be save this file auto saved also, so you don't need to be worried that what you have wrote and that is gonna not be saved. Okay guys, okay, thanks a lot, bye bye.